Oh, Jesus. Boys and girls, welcome to the Daily Crack today. I hit the live button and I wasn't even fully set up. And yes, you've guessed again, Damo has forgot his tripod again. So it's the good old trusty rock to keep shit balanced and the old orange for after. It's nearly 8 o'clock here in Melbourne at the moment. Look at that. Look at that fucking... The light of himself is coming through. It's fucking going to be a gorgeous morning. It's getting darker and darker here on mornings now. It's so I'll soon have to push out my time to a little bit later maybe, or else find a new location, or else get me fucking halo light on the job. Anyway, boys and germs, usual story. If you're watching now, hashtag live in the comments below, and if you're watching later on, hashtag later on in the comments below. Elkie, what is the story? Giddy up. So, Basil, what is going on? So, the crack today, boys and germs. This is kind of a continuation a little bit of yesterday's video where I was talking about, you know, stuff that you hear over here in the job I do at the weekends, like with women, kind of maybe thinking that their husbands or their partners aren't into them because... they've got a spontaneous human erection, and the females are thinking, well, why the fuck have you got that? Are you thinking of someone else? And my kind of point I was kind of trying to make yesterday was like, listen, guys are very simple. It's black and white. If we're getting an erection and we're making advances at you, it's because it's you that's creating it. Boys are not that fantastic at, doing two things at once, especially trying to think of something else and ride you at the same time. That's like multitasking, fucking 99.90 fucking percent. It's impossible. It's impossible. However, like going from a little bit of my own experience and being super honest, where I'm going with this conversation today is you need to, if you're in a relationship that goes a little bit arseways, there's probably a couple of reasons. Number one, maybe the relationship shouldn't have happened in the first place. Number two, maybe you or the person you're getting were wearing a mask or putting themselves out there as something else. For the person opposite, because that's what they thought they wanted you to believe they were, or three, it was just a convenient thing. It made life simple, or just fucking let's just give this a crack and see what happens. Oh, look at the punt. Oh, look at there. Hey, look at this come and fly, a little red boaty thing. There's a couple of reasons. Listen. Yeah, you can get into relationships and you can make them work, but one thing I definitely do know about relationships is they take work. They're not easy. They're not supposed to be easy. Getting in at the honeymoon phase, that first 5-6 months, a year, or 2 or 3 weeks, depends on how long it lasts for you. That's when it's fucking never land and fairy dust and pixie wings and fucking unicorns and the sun shines out of the other fucker's arse. That doesn't stay that way forever. That winds down, that burns out, and then the work starts. Then you have to put your nose to the grindstone, and if you think this person it makes you... A friend of mine, Alex, once said on a podcast to me, he was like, he is better in his relationship than he is single. So I think that's a great thing. If you think the person that you're with enhances you and you're better as a team, well, fuck, that's worth working on. There's going to be ups and downs. Think about if maybe you're a business owner. Think about how that goes. Think about the ups and downs there. Think about studying in college. Thinking about the stress that you're in the lead up to exams and the amount of time. Like, think of the amount of work you put into other things in life that sometimes that we feel like we shouldn't need it. I don't think a relationship is any different than working in a job or anything like that in the long run. Hey, how's it going? It's about effort. The more effort you put in, the bigger the reward. business, school, relationships, it's all the same shit. But where I'm heading with this, I think it's super important that you figure out what the fuck you want before you go down that road of making a commitment to someone and figuring out what you want. My own story. I got into a relationship and I was in it for about 3 years. I got into the relationship by accident. It was someone quite close to me. We'd been friends for a fair few years, and what happened from there is it was kind of like people said that this person would never go for me, and I kind of took that as a little bit of a challenge, and I was like, right, I'll fucking show you cunts. And it happened, and then we started hooking up and whatever, and deep down I knew like, I don't want to get in a fucking relationship, but it kind of was going that way, and because a lot of us knew each other, it kind of just it started to turn into a relationship. There was a point at the very beginning where this person asked me, well, what do you want here? Do you want this to be a thing, or do you want this to be just like, are you just in it for a bit of fun, and are you wanting an open relationship and all this sort of stuff? That was my opportunity, to be honest. Did I take it? No, I didn't. I decided to put on a mask, because I thought that if I was to say, no, I want a relationship here, that's what that person wanted to hear. And I was still having fun with it. So it was my own kind of ego thing that was taking over. I was like just thinking about getting my end away more than anything else. Well, where really and truly what I should have said is like, no, I don't want a relationship out of this. I'm happy having fun. Now, if I had been honest at that point in time, there's a strong chance that I could still have got my end away for a wee while. We could have still had a bit of fun, but there was no one falling deeply into something where they didn't know or they didn't want to fall deeply into it. In hindsight, 3 years down the track, when like it ended up in a 3-year kind of relationship, and I started fucking acting the maggot. I started playing away from home. I started being a proper cunt. And I thought I was getting away with it. It all came out in the wash eventually. And, you know, that person, I broke their heart. You know, it wasn't fair what I'd done to them. But it also, you know, and I'm saying this in a way as well, like, it wasn't fair what I'd done to myself either. For the two of us, that was 3 years of one person assuming one thing and like, oh, this is a good thing, this is going well, and me kind of going, oh yeah, and deep down in my head I'm going, oh, it's going to fade out, it won't last. It's like, for me, I wasn't honest about what I wanted. What did I want at the time? I just wanted to have a bit of fun. I just wanted to kind of sleep around, have the crack, be a young fella. And I could have had that if I'd fucking opened up my fucking mouth. So the point I'm getting to is, regardless of what you're thinking or how you think it's going to make that other person feel what you want to say, the consequences of not being honest are far worse down the track than being honest at that time. So you got to get over the worried or the sense of hurting someone there and then, because the hurt you're going to cause someone down the track is far greater. It's far greater. It's fucked up, you know. And so, as uncomfortable as the conversation may seem at the present point in time, fucking have it. Just fucking do it. You're going to save yourself. You're being honest and you're communicating what you want, which is not a bad thing. If that person is, you know, open to what you're thinking, because you don't know. You can't read people's minds. You know, it'd be great if you could, but even then, I think that'd be a head fuck. But the easiest way to get a good understanding of the other person is talk to them. You talk about what you want and be exact and be specific. If you do want to act the maggot and you want to sleep around and see other people, whether you're a male or a female, it doesn't fucking matter. You know, it's all right for males to do it, and it's more than all right for females to do it. If you want to get a fucking like, cause in today's world, it's you're a king if the guy sleeps around, and you're a fucking slut if a girl sleeps around. Mate, in today's world, who gives a fuck? Male or female, you do you. And for my, do you know what? This is the way I look at it. The more experience you get in relationship departments and fucking sex departments, the better and more you can give the person that you fucking decide to settle down with. Like, don't give me a virgin, give me a big bosomed hooker. Because that fucking, she knows what she's fucking doing. Do you know what I mean? It's just, it's your perspective on things. And for me, you know, guys saying that, you know, when they are with a chick, their chick isn't going to go out and have fun. Listen, we're all going to be attracted to people. That never goes away. You're human. You're going to see people all the time. You're like, whew, that's fucking gorgeous. And that is just human fucking nature. Security and it being secure yourself, or insecurity, I believe is bred from within yourself. If you're insecure in your relationship, it's because you truly know that you're not the right person for the person that you're with. It's not because they're making you insecure. It's because you can't offer the person that you're with what you truly know they need. That's where insecurity comes from. It's not because they're doing something wrong. It's because it's coming from within you. It's fucking as simple as that. All right? So boys and girls, let's make this relationship counselling week for the fucking crack. And these are only my own experiences. I'm not in a relationship at the moment, so I'm not one to have the essence to how you create a perfect relationship. But I'm just going off my own experiences. And the number one thing I fucking learned is just fucking be honest. Regardless how fucking complicated or how awkward you think that conversation right now is going to be, fucking have it. Because once you do have it, then it's out in the open. And then the more you open up about the things that you actually want, the more you're going to attract of that kind of people that are into the same thing as you. Whether that's work, relationships, home life, fucking money-wise, all these things. Give it a fucking try. Just give it a try. Just open your mouth, figure out what you want, and speak about it. And there's nothing off limits. There's nothing off limits. All right, boys and germs, I hope you like that daily crack. Irish weather again here in Melbourne, and the fucking awesome preach. Giddy up. Chat to you later.